These YouTubers has gone from being loved and idolized creators to one of the most hated and problematic people on the platform. From filming in forbidden areas to attacking people, they became worse. But how? Well, before we look at that, we need to analyze the problems these creators caused that changed them like this. Our first subject is probably the most hated guy on YouTube. Sneako started out as a TikToker that interviews random strangers in the streets of New York. But now you might wonder, how is that bad? Let me explain. This soon skyrocketed him to thousands of followers, giving him a bigger platform. But as he got bigger, his ego got bigger as well. His need for attention got himself into a series of drama, like when he professed his support for the French film Cuties, which featured 12-year-old girls in sexual situations throughout the entire film. He then denied that the movie was sexualizing children, but it was completely against it because of what social media was doing to kids. The video was massively disliked, leading to his drama with popular YouTuber Moist Critical, also known as Penguin Z0. They had some distasteful words for each other, but when Sneako made fun of Moist Critical's girlfriend, that's when things got heated. They had an intense indirect conversation through their chats as Sneako was banned off of Twitch. So Moist Critical told Sneako to watch his clips to see what he was saying about him. And Sneako responded by saying,
You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm
But shortly after this, Charlie made a video titled Sneako is Horrible, where he corrected Sneako on his gun terminology, which led to one of his most famous clips of all time.
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
And shortly afterwards, he received a massive amount of hate from various different communities, and when numerous streamers reacted to the video, Sneako apologized to Charlie for insulting his girlfriend and explained his side of the drama.
I don't agree that those scenes are good. I don't agree with the sexualization of children. I defend the movie because I defend the morality of the movie. And I think that most people that were disgusted have seen those clips. That movie was taken out of context quite a bit.
To which they met up for a debate and essentially squashed their beef. But Sneako also followed this up by calling out different various streamers when they didn't react to his response, such as Kaisa Nat, Gideon, and Aiden Ross. But he got worse. He associated himself with political views perceived as woke. He started heavily spreading certain agendas inspired by controversial figures such as Andrew Tate and Kanye West. And now he seems to have hit rock bottom. And now many streamers seems to have stayed away from Sneako, and when he went on stream complaining about this, other streamers like Agent 00 explains why.
Well, I tell you why I think some niggas ignore Sneako. Because Sneako puts people in positions where it's a lose-lose often. Like, he'll ask questions that like he wouldn't mind answering because he already lost those opportunities for himself. But those people didn't make that decision. And it's probably a lot of people on the line. It's like a lot of people relying on him and shit like that. So I don't want you to ask me no controversial ass question that I have no business in anyway. You feel me?
But Sneako's rebuttal saying is because he claims he speaks the truth, and many popular streamers like to remain silent, and that's what he differs from. But this next YouTuber is probably the most infamous of them all. The Toy Story villain Logan Paul. We've all probably seen the video of him in the Japanese forest in 2018, or at least heard of it. After he posted a video filming a deceased body in the famous Japanese forest known for people unaliving themselves, he got some of the biggest hate in YouTube history. And even big famous celebrities like Dylan O'Brien, Chrissy Teigen, Jojo Siwa, Aaron Paul, and PewDiePie went on Twitter to dunk on him.
Basically, he found a dead body, he went up to the body, filmed it literally up close, very disturbing, really disrespectful, zooming on the body, making weird jokes around it.
So what did he do after? He posted a terrible apology that's still a meme today, and after coming back, he became worse. How? By scamming his own fans. Let's fast forward to present day and take a look at how much worse he became. First off, he became the #1 crypto scammer on YouTube, scamming hundreds and thousands of his own fans' money that trusted him on this sketchy project, where you invest money on his unreleased CryptoZoo website where you can combine and hatch eggs and make money off of it. A YouTuber named CoffeeZilla exposed his rug pull and the project eventually got cancelled, but he still hasn't returned any of the money to the victims till this day. He even tried other sketchy attempts like trying to refund 10% of what his fans put in, but they can't pursue any legal action. His continuous greed for money has blinded and separated him from his fan base. The fans can no longer trust him in his future endeavors unless it's with another creator. Now earlier in the video I said Sneako is the most hated guy on YouTube, but I think this kid could easily take his place. Jack Doherty, also being called the most annoying kid on YouTube, have been going around causing havoc everywhere. After getting famous for flipping bottles when he was younger, his chase for clout ruined him. Now imagine this, you're having an okay day, and you're just trying to grab your groceries and go home and that's it. But on your way there, you see a bunch of kids ramming each other with the shopping carts in your aisle, blocking you off. So you just try to go grab other items and come back and hopefully they'll be gone. But on your way there, you get hit by a football. But with no one in sight, you walk all grumpy and mad on your way to grab your last items and leave. Hopefully nothing worse happens. But the rack is now being used for a Flora's Lava challenge and he's recording all of this, including you. And when workers tell him to stop filming and leave, he would record them even more, causing more inconvenience for you and everyone around. But paired with his cocky and entitled personality, he's even worse. He continued these types of obnoxious stunts from 2018 till now. Yet, this isn't even the most concerning aspect. Because of his need for attention and to stay relevant, his public pranks has gotten even worse. After being permabanned from Walmart for all those pranks he pulled, he started doing other pranks like physically bumping into innocent people in the mall, speeding on the highway, having girls flash his underage audience on stream, and getting into fights with other people just so he can hide behind his bodyguard. Now this next YouTuber is probably the dumbest on the list. She literally committed a federal crime in front of hundreds and thousands of people. Sniperwolf, one of the top 50 biggest YouTubers in America and probably the biggest female YouTuber in the world, doxed her fellow YouTuber Jack Films' house address on Instagram. She even drove in front of his house, took a picture of his front porch, and posted it on her Instagram story for hundreds and thousands of her fans to see. But why did she do this? Ever since Jack Films made a video calling her out for reusing people's content and just slapping a reaction on it to make hundreds and thousands of dollars, she's been getting hate from her fans left and right. And on top of that, her reactions weren't even authentic. She's been caught multiple times reusing the same reaction but for different videos. Jack Films even started his own react channel called Jack Films, kind of like an attempt to mock Sniperwolf. And ever since then, Jack Films became a pain on her side. And eventually she reached her boiling point. So she doxed him. And so what was her punishment? Because of jealousy and hate, she committed a federal crime. But her punishment from YouTube was just demonetization. And that is after many people pressured YouTube to give her some type of punishment for weeks. But she easily evaded this by posting more on her second channel, which was still monetized. So this quote-unquote punishment is literally just for show. And on top of that, as of today, February 19, 2024, YouTube monetized her again after committing a crime, which was kind of unbelievable. Speaking of crime, now this person is probably the most hated, or should I say was most hated person in Asia. Now before we continue, 99.5% of you guys are not subscribed. If you enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing or leave a like on the video, as this really helps a small channel like me grow. Johnny Somali is a 24-year-old IRL streamer on Kick that live streamed his experience in Japan. Or that's what he was trying to sell us. He actually was just a racist streamer going around in Japan for months just to harass Japanese people.
Fuck you, nigga, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. No. Yeah. Why screaming, man? Cause I'm black. We have big lip.
He started doing this for views since he didn't have much at that time. He decided it was a great idea to be a controversial streamer to get more views. But as viewers started to flock in, it was not because they liked him, but because he was a freaking clown. But this attempt was sadly successful. One of his clips popped off, where it showed him asking Japanese people on a train if they remember Hiroshima.
You know Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Pearl Harbor. Hiroshima!
And making racist remarks saying Americans are better.
Niggas don't understand our power.
But Karma got the last laugh. After showing his crimes live on stream, the Japanese police finally arrested him and charged him. Prosecutors accused him of obstructing the business of restaurants and that he did so for attention. But that's not all. If you think this would be a little light punishment like they did to Sniperwolf, you're wrong. Japan has a 99.8% conviction rate, and the police have been stacking charges on him, making it hard for him to leave. The jury has also fined him 200,000 yen, which is amount to $1,300 in the US. And so far, he's been in jail for 3 months, and he will be deported and banned from Japan afterwards. But to give you a little better peace of mind, his accomplice friend he filmed with did a live stream of his experience in jail.
You're sleeping on a little thin ass tatami mat. The tatami mat is probably this thick. You're eating obento boxes. The obento boxes is something like this. It's like a box, it's a food. And it's cold ass food. It's cold ass little portion ass food. You go to the prison gym. That's one thing about Japanese prison detainment system. They don't have gyms. So you just sit in there for 24 hours a day doing nothing. I seen some things that I should not have seen in jail. There was a lot of Japanese men hitting on me while I was in jail. I can't imagine what Johnny Somali is going through right now.
This became a similar situation as to how Logan Paul affected the views of American streamers in Japan's eyes. When Logan Paul first did the forest thing, the Japanese citizens were very reluctant to allowing foreign YouTuber and live streamers film there. And now Johnny Somali's situation is the same, affecting other foreign YouTubers that are currently living in Japan and future travelers that plan to do so. And especially with these signs posting up everywhere. And lastly, do you remember Corpse Husband? Well, if you're interested in more celebrity deep dives like this, please check out this video. But if you like videos like these and want more of these content, please drop a like and subscribe, as your support really helps a small channel like me grow.